And welcome back to Mandenta's Entertainment. We've been gone for a while now, and we're just coming back for a quick video because I wanted to talk about sort of the new banners and how things have been going around. I just felt like, I don't know, talking about it, so I decided to make a video to show off Fusion's team. I found a 100% Gogeta friend while I was going through my friend list. I figured might as well while I have the time and stuff. So videos haven't been coming out at all because I just got really busy. Things got really out of hand. I'm hoping to start putting things out consistently in December. But I wanted to talk about the Gogeta and Janemba banners and the community response to them and all of the other things that are sort of going on in the game right now. I don't know, I just want to talk about them. So, first of all, the banners, the discrepancies between the Japanese and global version banners are pretty... They're not, in my personal opinion, I don't think they're as bad as people are making it seem like they are. Yes, the Gogeta banner is just blatantly worse on the global version of the game, and it's just blatantly worse in comparison to the Janemba banner at all. And in my opinion, that makes sense. I think from a business standpoint, they did exactly what they needed to do. The Janemba banner was never going to sell properly. It just wasn't going to, because people love Super Gogeta, and the old banner had Super Saiyan 4 Goku and all those characters on it. And while it sucks that they did decide to change the banners in a way that sort of made it, not even sort of, it just made it much harder for you to get specific teams and characters. And for more seasoned players, the banners, especially Gogeta, didn't seem very worth it. Gogeta really only has two good units for players who have been around since, for example, I started playing right around when, I think it was Ultimate Gohan came out. But like my first like huge Dokkan Fest I really cared about was Super Vegito. So let's say, even if just coming from Super Vegito, if you've been around for all those times and you've been able to pull at least a little bit on the banners that have come out, then most of Gogeta's banner is not worth it. It just isn't. Sad fact is, they basically took all of the extremely useful units off of it. And by extremely useful, I mean they left Super Gogeta. Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku was never going to be on that banner. He came out way too soon, and I personally thought that they were going to replace him with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta on that banner. But they decided to get rid of all the other 120% leads on his banner. They replaced one with a 150% category lead, which is awesome. Having another chance at a category lead, especially right after they came out, and, excuse me, while we have the category banner and the Dragon Ball Fusion's crossover banner out, I actually think that that was great. That was really awesome, and that they gave us a lot of things that, all at once, that we needed. All at once. However, I do think that moving characters like Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta from a Gogeta banner, where you're making your Super Int team, over to the Janemba banner is a real bad, like, ass thing to do. Same with moving Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta off of the Super Gogeta banner. Again, I think it would have been better if they made it so you could have built off those banners, both for new and old players, because I know a lot of people, for example, had their protest against the Gogeta and Omega banners because of the to-be-released thing, and so maybe you don't have time to get those units, or maybe you just get unlucky because it happens. Sometimes you just don't get what you want or need when a banner comes out. And so I think they could have done a much better job. However, the Janemba banner, in my opinion, is actually a good banner. It has two 120% leads, a category lead, an extremely optimal intelligence unit. Even the sub-units on that banner, like Mr. Perfect Cell and things like that, are... The banner is good. It has two demigods, two 120% leaders, and a category lead. The banner is awesome. I also think that the tickets that they're giving out are great. I wish they had started giving them to you at the 5 multi-summon mark. I think that would have been a little more fair. But at the same time, I still think, you know, again, you kind of have to wail a little bit to get to 8 multis unless you've been saving for a while. But they give you a free guaranteed unit. A free Dokkan Fest unit, which is good. Obviously, that's a good thing. And those unit pools for the guaranteed Dokkan Fest cards are larger. And the other ticket banners are larger. You have chances to get Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Vegito, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. You have a chance to get all of these things. So, I guess the point I'm trying to get across is I understand why people are ticked off. And part of that problem, I think, stems from the fact that this game came out in Japan first. So we're always going to compare it to that. Meanwhile, had we gotten these banners without having ever seen the Japanese version of the banner, I don't think people would have been as mad, at least for specifically the Gogeta banner. People probably should have been pissed about, because the banner is just not good. It just isn't. The subunits on there have all been power crept to hell, with the exception of pretty much just Super Gogeta, and Tech Golden Frieza is now pretty necessary on JP for the Golden Frieza team, for the Angel Golden Frieza team. Everything other than that on that banner is borderline useless, especially the old Gogeta and the Beerus and all these other cards where you're never going to need them or use them, of course, unless you don't get to pull the good units on the banner. So, I just thought that the community was a little bit too ticked off about what was happening. Again, that's just my opinion on the matter. I think that this celebration in general is actually really solid. We're getting, you know, probably close to 100 stones for free just for playing every day and logging in. Just for logging in, you get 44 stones. Then we're getting things like Kais, medals, crazy missions that gave us so many orbs. Just a bunch of different things that I really feel like people are more bent out of shape than I personally think is warranted. Again, that's just my opinion. Going back to the banners, though, I do believe that, I mean, you know, this is coming out, what, 3 days into the summoning. So, if you haven't already, I would recommend at least doing the first 4 on each one. The 70 stones gets you 4 multis, but 2 of them are smaller, which is fine. I did them for both. I got pretty lucky on the Janemba side, not so much on the Gogeta side. And going off that, there are certain concerns that people have, or, you know, ideas like every banner should be GSSR, or more Dokkan Fest should have step-ups, or, to be perfectly honest, just the generic, we should be getting more stones daily, because it's a little crazy that we're getting so few. And, again, those are things I understand. I just feel like the community is a little bit too entitled about what we should be getting, especially, I don't want to make anyone angry or tick anyone off. I myself put very little money into this game, but free-to-play players, sorry, no one at Akatsuki and Bandai cares about you. You're not, the fact that you're getting any free things at all is incredible. Absolutely astonishing. However, I do think they should take looks at other games who have the sort of guaranteed step-up system. I think it's the Naruto game. You get up to like 9 of their summons off of a banner, and you're guaranteed to get the brand new Fest unit, maybe. I don't play, this is what I've heard. I think that would be good. There's a lot of things that I think would be good for this game that they're never gonna probably do. But, yeah, I don't know. I felt like going on a little rant about sort of these new banners and how I really feel like the community response is not warranted. At least to the degree that it is. Over the last few days, the Reddit, which is a wonderful place full of wonderful people who give us translations and good discussion topics and many, many other things that I appreciate a lot. It's a resource that I use daily to pass time, to hang out, to see what people are talking about. It's a wonderful place. But they started a riot on the internet downgrading the stars for our game that we all play so drastically, but that's not gonna change what they do when, you just downvoted us to 2.9 stars on the Australian App Store. Meanwhile, we just got top grossing in 4 different countries. Like, you're basically just making it so that our player base isn't going to grow because people think the game is ass, when you're really just mad because you didn't pull what you want, or think that these banners are unfair, when you're essentially comparing us to the Japanese version of the game, which is a completely different game. We can tell. We used to think they were very similar, that we were just 6 months behind, and then we got the Kale and Caulifla banner like a month after they did. We got Gogeta and Omega at the same time. They put things out in a different order. Things aren't the same, and they probably never will be. We still have exclusive characters that they don't have. They still have exclusive characters we don't have, like the Heroes banner. They're functioning as 2 completely separate games, and people need to realize that when things are different, it's not because they're shafting Global, or JP is so much better. Global gets a bajillion more orbs than JP, but JP, their celebrations usually come with a bit more. And even so, it's not much more. Our celebration that we just got was almost the same in terms of what's happening. We even got more things for free, tickets, for, albeit weekly summons, which kind of sucks, but again, I think I've just ranted a little bit too long. I'm getting a little annoyed, even more so than I already was. It's just, community outcries like this, in the ways you're doing it, are extremely understandable, but in the way that it's happening, it's gonna end up affecting the community more than it affects the game. Our community's gonna shrink, or just become a conglomerate of salty monsters, and it'll stop being a community that's worth being in if you attack people who put out videos, or just complain about things that, again, at least in my opinion, are not warranted to this degree. Things like the peel-off shrove thing were so much worse than, oh my god, they didn't give us more free things. Or, they made a banner slightly less great than it used to be to pull on a different version of the game. So, I guess we'll just finish up the cooler fight here, and then I'll get going. I can talk about the team for a second. This is my best version of this team. Awkward pivot on topic, but I don't have Pandel, and I haven't pulled Super Gogeta, the new intelligence one, yet. Again, not for lack of trying. I plan on doing 2 more multis, and then that's about it. I have 1 left in the step-up thing, and then I have the free one, so I'll do that, and I'll get my guaranteed ticket, and hopefully I can pull it from there, or at least an Omega dupe, because I personally like running the Shadow Dragon Arc team more than I like running the Fusions team. But, like, half my characters on there have no dupes, so they can't crit. Which, in my opinion, is the most important thing for most units, strictly because I like running mono teams more than I like running category teams, but, the tech and strength unit groups just have the advantage of always being able to initially have a chance to break through type disadvantage. So I want to get dupes for like Omega and SS4 Vegeta, hopefully, off my tickets. But yeah, thanks for listening to my crazy rant on, I guess, basically nothing, but hopefully you enjoyed listening to this. I'm just going to keep playing for a second while I do the outro. D3 just put out 2 videos very similar to this, and I would recommend that before people who watch this also go and watch that, because he touches on a lot of points, and I think that it's worth taking note of. You know, it's Sunday. Hopefully you all had a great Thanksgiving week, or if you're not in the US, you don't celebrate, whatever. Hopefully you just had a good week. You know, don't want you to have a shitty week. That'd be bad. So, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back more frequently in December after everything cools down around here. But until then, I will catch you later, and I will see you in the next one. So, peace out.